the bob ramp. So today I'm gonna give you a review of the I'm just gonna give my opinion on the T28 Prototype stuff. I'm gonna show you some ace replay like I ever get one. Well, this time I got, so let's share it, right? So first off, what is this? Well, it is quite good, particularly the gun. The rest is just garbage. You got huge side armor of 50 millimeters. You can't do anything with that. The only thing you can do with that is, I don't know, throw rocks at it. It constantly gets emerged if you get hit there. The engine is huge, so you get set on fire as well. The back, well, let's not even talk about that. So the frontal turret, it doesn't work. As you can see, you got huge weak spots at the side, huge cheeks. It's only 200 millimeters thick, so any tier 8 tank can pen that easily. Well, this area here, it can ricochet, but as soon as you angle it like this, you can pen it already, so that's really bad. The front is 200 mil, and I have no idea how it works. Sometimes you bounce tier 10s, sometimes everything will go through. You got some gun weak spot. Recently some T44 just shot on the move, hit that, and it just bent. But then again, that's a Russian tank, so that's special in its kind. You have got these areas with the tracks, and this area here, which is very sloped. If you hit that, you will not receive any damage. It will just ricochet off, which is pretty strong, these areas. Now the mantlet, I don't even know if it's a mantlet, because it is supposed to be 300 mil thick, but around the gun you got some tiny areas which is around 200 mil, but people that even hit the outside of your mantlet will go through as well. But so I don't even know how, but they do it. Now the gun is very nice. As you can see, it's got it's got 10 degrees of gun depression as well, so you can basically get hold down like this. The gun will face you like this. You can still hit the mantlet, you can still hit the cheek, so basically it's pretty useless to be held down. The only advantage is so that less of your tank is visible, so that's quite nice. It has 2.01 aim time, which is not bad. It's pretty good. Reload of 8.7 seconds, but I got this groot kaliber tanken doorlader, as they say in Dutch. I think this is the gun rammer in English. So it's minus 10% reload. So if you don't use it, you got around 9 seconds, which it's not that bad. But as you can see, I'm training Brothers in Arms, which is at 55%, so that will increase it even more. The DPM is 2754, which is pretty damn good. There are better DPM tanks at its tier, but this is fine. Yeah, the speed, it doesn't even have speed. The top speed is 18 kilometers forward. You reach that speed pretty quickly. Reverse speed is, what is it, 7? Yeah, it's just, what are you gonna do with that? The traverse speed is 20.86, which is, well, it has a turret, that's fine. It has a turret. Then we got the, what else do we have? Well, it has 1158 points, which is very low actually. You get 3 shot by an IS-3 in this tank, which is pretty sad. And sometimes, like, you can use your armor against IS-3s. If they're noobs, you're gonna bounce a lot. If they're pros or just lucky, they're gonna pen you through the mantlet, through the cheeks all day long, which is quite sad. Also, which weird is that this tank has got a huge engine compartment, yet it has 510 horsepower, so I don't know what else they have in here. Maybe a heated bathtub or something, which well, that would actually be pretty smart, because it's got room enough. But yeah, I don't even know what they put in there, but it's definitely not an engine. It might have actually been real horses in here. I don't even know. The tracks are fake. Now, oh, I got 2 gun marks as well. I don't even know how I got them, but I managed to do it. The camouflage ability on this tank, it's okay. I got camouflage crew, except for the commander. I wanted 6 cents on that guy. Pretty good to know when you're spotted in this thing, so you can relocate very quickly, because it can do that. Not. I don't even know what view range does. I guess 380 is good. I don't even know. Signal range. I don't really. What does signal range even do? Well, it has some explanation here, but I'm not gonna do anything with that. So yeah, that's the T28 prototype for you. So I got an ace tanker gameplay waiting for you. But first off, let's compare this to the regular T28, the non-turreted. Well, basically this tank.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Alright. I'll carry on. So hello. So here we are at the game in the T28 prototype. Now, this matchmaking is, well, it's okay. It's okay. It's a lot of tier 8s. There is artillery, so Christmas is over. Some tier 9. So actually, in this kind of matchmaking, you can make the gun shine, which is quite nice. Now I'm gonna take this position, as there weren't many people going there. Taking some sniping shots at the CDC. Well, it's a low roll. Well, this gun actually low rolls pretty often. I don't know what it is. Some kind of weird system. I'm trying to get some shots on the M41 Bulldog. Not that oh, I can actually. Well, I can't, because I'm Bob, I guess. But I don't give up. I keep trying to get a shot, and this time it hits. Still a low roll. What a surprise. Now, I'm pretty sure there are more people up there, so I'm trying to get some shots. Well, that was a sad one. Oh, there's a T54 prototype. A T54 up there. Don't know how he got there so fast. Anyway, the Bulldog is back. He's trying to get some. He's trying to take his chances as well. Now, it doesn't seem to be alright in that flank, but I think we can handle it for a while. Now, the flank with the 112, I wasn't really too sure about that. They seem pretty passively there, which is quite nice to my advantage. Basically, in this tank, you need bad teams, not particularly that bad teams that you can't even move 2 inches, but basically you always need a flank that's gonna lose, because then this tank is gonna shine. Because you're really not gonna hunt anyone with this tank, because it has 18 kilometers top speed, which is pretty sad. But I killed a Yak Tiger. Yeah, I don't know what he did there. Anyway, T34 trying to peek, but yeah, that was a hopeless shot. It would have never gone in. Now, the 112 just died by artillery, so artillery is pretty awake. But thankfully we got the super overpowered VK-45 on that flank. He can surely handle this. Well, not on his own. But, take a nice shot. Oh, look, it's a high roll. How nice. But then I noticed a Yak Tiger. But it was still behind the rock. So I quickly looked. The accuracy just failed me there. Usually the accuracy is right fine with this tank. Just, yeah, it's a perfect example there. The gun, I actually find it a really consistent gun. You can really rely on it. It has good penetration, good accuracy, good DPM. But it does low roll a hell of a lot. Now the VK is pretty low on health, but as long as he doesn't make any aggressive moves, it should be fine. And as long as he spots for me, it should work. Now the other flank, it is not looking too great there. But it would be nice if they hold it for a bit longer, so we can kill these guys. Now, I always have the desire to be more aggressive in this tank, but you simply can't. Because if I'm in the open, artillery's gonna feast on me. Because who doesn't want to feast on a T28 Prototype? Everything else, the hidden tank destroyers, I don't know, the Borsuk in the back, they can just feast on me quite easily. Because the armor is fine, but you can't rely on it. The sides is total useless. You get ammo wrecked all the time. So basically you should not angle this tank at all. Just keep them your frontal armor as much as possible. Now I'm trying to reposition. Thankfully this tank has got great maneuverability options, so but I was too late and the RT finished him off. Now the VK is actually playing this pretty nice. He's playing very cautiously, because that's exactly what you want. Always make use of the backup. Now the other flank just failed. Well, they didn't fail, they hold it as long as they could. There's simply nothing they could do. But there was a Scorpion, so I loaded a high explosive shell. Now I don't remember exactly the health the Scorpion was on, but it was around 410 if I'm not mistaken. But since this gun always low rolls, 412. Since this gun always low rolls, high explosive will do. Now I loaded well, somehow I kept loading high explosive. I think that's because the Yak Tiger was on pretty low HP, so just one shot at the tracks would even kill him. Now it's just 3 of us left against 5, of which 3 tank destroyers. So we really have to play this cautiously. If I even move in the open for 1 second, it's gonna be bad. I can assure that. Now, snapshot just failed. But to be honest, I don't think the Yak Tiger will be doing anything for the couple of moments. Now this is nice. Oh, look at that. This, like, even with high explosive you get low rolls like that. I'm not even sure if it bent, because the armor is so thin on that tank that even a non-penetration might have done 400 damage. I'm not sure. Now Risky in the M40 just destroyed the Yak Tiger, which is quite nice. Now I don't really want to poke this, because he's proxy spotting me right now, and the artillery, they're probably pre-aimed here. Besides, I don't even know exactly what gun the Borsuk is using, so I'm trying to use this third person mode to investigate what gun he's using, because that's pretty useful. But as you can see, he was using the 128, so I could take the chance, and I'm gonna finish him off with 410 damage. Now I ran out of high explosive, but that's fine because it's pretty tough tanks left. Well, it's just one T28 prototype. But you're not gonna fight the T28 prototype with high explosive. Unless you wanna enjoy the slow killing process, but I'm not like that. So I'm at 4,000 damage now, and 240 damage blocked. It's so much. Now, I know the T28 prototype came from that flank right there, so he most likely is gonna show up there as well. I'm not sure. He could. But what I wanna do is I wanna advance through the back here, because I really don't wanna get spotted. That's gonna be bad. Besides, then it's gonna be artillery versus artillery, and yeah, that's watching grandpas fighting. Which is quite fun actually, but I mean this was it was already quite a nice scary. Well, not that much, but it would be silly if we just threw it in the hands of RNG. Now I'm just talking random shit. I have to maintain my job as being a bop, I guess. Keeping the chat alive. But I don't think these guys are English or something, or they just don't want to talk. Which I totally understand. Now although the M40 just blew up, but the T28 prototype, I don't know what he's doing. He's not aware of anything. So I just finished him off right there. Nice shot through the upper glacis. Well, the upper glacis is quite... I don't know how this... To be honest, I really don't know how this armor works. Because sometimes you bounce literally every 10 shot on the frontal hull. And sometimes even a comet is gonna pen you. So I really don't know how this works, but... Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Now... The M40 got killed really quickly there by the GW Panther, so I assume he is somewhere there. And I think it was already pre-aimed, so that's why he could take the shot really quickly. Or of course he could just be not aimed and just take the shot, and RNG would help them out because it's artillery. So the M53, 55 looks like he's gonna spot, which is quite nice because he's got the speed. Now there he is, Mr. Arty. So I take the first shot, didn't get spotted or anything, which is quite nice. Which is not surprising, by the way, because he's not even in my spotting range, so let alone an artillery can spot me. Now from here on it's just a search for the last artillery. It's quite boring to watch actually, so let's just skip this. Now here I'm trying to give some pro tips. Both cap, well, I think you can cap it out before I even get there. Trying to be funny, but I'm not. Oh yeah, let's skip this. Yeah, so basically I chose to go this way because it would be stupid if I went after the M53, my M53, and then this guy appears to have gone for our cap and we would have not have kept it, stuff like that, and it would have been draw. That would just be a waste. So the M53, they both missed. The enemy is now pulling back, so I'm coming from the right direction, which is quite nice. But as you can see, the artillery camouflage is gonna work. Because from here on, he's just gonna put on the Harry Potter invisibility cloak and just vanishes. Although there are a lot of bushes here, so it makes sense. Now he's basically quite stuck now, because there's no way he's gonna escape from this, because the M53 of our team is gonna come around anytime soon. I'm just gonna try to spot him. put some pressure on that guy. Just let him sweat. Because really there's nothing he can do at this point. It's quite sad I ran out of high explosive, but I think 4 high explosive shells way more than enough. I'd never want to take more than that. Oh look, it's a low roll. Now he barely killed me. He almost killed me there. That would actually be quite sad if he killed me there, because then I really don't know who's gonna win this. Now what he's gonna do here, I don't know. What I'm doing, I don't know either. Pro backwards driving, so I killed him. 7 kills, 5k damage. So that was an ace tanker, 1551 XP, high caliber top gun, some other, I don't even know what those medals are. So once again 5k damage, 7 kills, 1500 XP. Now the artillery in my team really helped me out at the end, so credits to them. That was the end of the review. I hope you like it, or you might not, I don't know. But yeah, see you next time and enjoy the weather.